Hey guys, the Fire Brothers here. My brother couldn't be here today because he broke his ankle when he tripped over air. Yeah, I don't know how that's possible either. Today I'm gonna be talking about the missing Autobot from Dark of the Moon, Steeljaw. Now, for all of you newcomers out there, you might be mistaking this Steeljaw with the Autobot Steeljaw. I'm talking about the Autobot Steeljaw, not the Decepticon one from Robot in Disguise. So what's the story behind Steeljaw? Well, I'm guessing that much like Landmine, Salvage, Stratosphere, and Strongarm, we could technically say that Steeljaw was in some ways in the film, but at the same time he wasn't. But first, who's Steeljaw? Okay, so Steeljaw, it's a dog. Yeah, big surprise there. I mean, Steeljaw, dog, you know, jaw of steel. You get the point. The first appearance of Steeljaw was in the concept art for Dark of the Moon. We see him pair up with Leftfoot, and apparently the two of them are supposed to be a duo. And Steeljaw is able to transform into Leftfoot's car mode engine. Which honestly that could make sense because Steeljaw is honestly not that much bigger than a human, so he could fit being the engine. And Steeljaw is also an advanced tracker, and with his hydraulic jaws at work, he's able to tear Decepticon flesh apart. He can also transform into a gun for Leftfoot to use, giving Leftfoot extra firepower. Now, Steeljaw does make some appearances in some comics. The first one is Dark of the Moon Mix and Match, and in that one, Laserbeak and Soundwave engage the Wreckers at the same time while Steeljaw intercepts Laserbeak, and the two pets have a fight with one another. And we never found out who wins. Supposedly the Wreckers won, supposedly. I mean, this comic would explain where they went after the distracted Shockwave, because after that, we don't see them until they go on and rescue Optimus Prime. And another comic that he was seen in is the Creation Rebel Tech. It's a Japanese comic in which Optimus Prime arrives to the battlefield in his jet mode and engages Megatron, and you can see the Wreckers and what it seems to be Steeljaw cheering him on. And that's about it for Steeljaw. It's kind of a shame though, because Steeljaw's concept art looks pretty amazing. And he was originally supposed to be in Dark of the Moon, but he was cut, I'm guessing because we already had too many Transformers. But at the end of the day, we never really saw him. Instead, the next Steeljaw we will get will be in Age of Extinction, where we got those weird Cybertronian wolf things. An early working name for those things were Steeljaw, so yeah, Steeljaw did make a comeback, but as a Decepticon. Hey, maybe that's how they got the idea for Robots in Disguise Steeljaw. Huh, that's something I never really thought about before, but it's a pretty interesting coincidence. But anyways guys, that's it for Steeljaw. Yes, I know, this is kinda short, but there's not much to talk about Steeljaw here. He was an early idea for Dark of the Moon, we had concept art of him, we had comic appearances of him, and we even got a toy of him, which I sadly never got. I always wanted that toy. And that's about it honestly. Steeljaw should have replaced William Brains for comedic relief and stuff like that. Or for, you know, Sam Witwicky's sidekick. That would have made much more sense in my opinion. Also, a robotic dog. Who doesn't find that cool? Aww. Yes indeed. Steeljaw's design is freaking adorable. Yeah, that's right, I said it. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just the cutest thing ever? I mean, sure, maybe when he's fighting Decepticons he turns from cute to horrifying, but having that as a sidekick, I'm actually pretty jealous of Leftfoot. No offense Tweedly, you're pretty great too. I'm guessing that Steeljaw has some sort of relationship when it comes to the other Steeljaws, the wolves that we see in Age of Extinction, but besides the two of them being like dog/wolf inspired, they don't really have that much in common or any sign that tells us that they're indeed related. And in comparison to Warpath, Stratosphere, and everyone else, he probably has the least amount of information out of everyone I covered in this series so far. Even less than the female Decepticon. And you guys know how useless she was in the comics. So if Steeljaw were to be in the movie, what would his role be? Well, in the previous episodes of this series, we at least had some idea as to what role would the characters play if, you know, they will end up being in the movie. I mean, Stratosphere was just transport, like we saw in Revenge of the Fallen. Salvage and Strongarm were just vehicles for Michaela to use to drag Bumblebee around the battlefield. But with Steeljaw, we just don't have anything. I'm guessing that much like the Wreckers, he will have most likely stick with them throughout the entire movie because the Wreckers are almost always seen together, with a few exceptions of course. But by being Leftfoot's engine and having that chain around his neck, I would say that for most of the movie he will have just stayed near Leftfoot and the Wreckers if he will have appeared in the movie. I mean, he doesn't even talk, he suffers from the Bumblebee syndrome, so he will have probably just been a prop, much like Jolt, the RC sisters, and to some extent Mirage. He was just there to look cool and not really play an important role. Sorry Mirage fans, but you could have taken Mirage out of the movie and almost nothing would have changed. Well, except for the kill on Hatchet, but I'm pretty sure Bumblebee would kill him either way. But yes guys, that's the end of this episode. A bit of a short episode this time because, well, there's honestly not that much to talk about here. And Steeljaw, by being the engine on Leftfoot, it makes sense. I mean, he does look like he could transform into an engine, and I guess to some extent you could say he was in fact in the movie, even though he never transformed into a dog. It's overall fun just talking about all of these characters and, you know, picturing what could have been if Michael Bay decided to, you know what, instead of having the twins or William Brains, let's have the freaking robotic dog who can kill the Decepticons by just chewing on their legs. That would be so much better. But those are just my opinions guys. What are your thoughts on Steeljaw? Do you guys like him? Do you guys hate him? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. And also what you guys tell me, who should I talk about next? I've been thinking I should probably talk about another Decepticon such as either Wreckage, I don't think I talked about him yet, or I could also talk about Rollbar, you know, that Autobot that was supposed to be in Dark of the Moon but for some reason it was dropped. Yeah, I could talk about him if you guys want. Anyways, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys! Hello guys, time for some Patron shoutouts. So Patron shoutouts goes to Librado Marufo aka L, Sachil Morak aka Mirage, and Trans Theories aka Knockout. Make sure to go check out Knockout's channel. He makes Transformers theories much like me, it's on his name, so you know, he obviously does theories. Also, before I forget, for my patrons, you guys can request a video of your choosing, so start, you know, brainstorming what kind of video you will want me to make. I already received Trans Theories' idea and I am gonna do it somewhere around the end of August and the beginning of next month. So yeah, it's gonna come a little late, but hopefully you don't mind. I have a lot of videos I'm trying to get ready for the start of the school season, so you know, I gotta start working on a lot of things, so hopefully you don't mind. Anyways, if you guys wanna donate to my Patreon, link's gonna be in the description down below. $1 will get you a shout out in all of my videos and a shout out to your channel with a link in the description and in the comments down below. So if you feel like donating, donate. Anyways, that's it for this video. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.